So, hello guys, welcome to the seventh episode of this tabbing workshop. This is me, Masud. Today, we're going to talk about how can we eventually think about a post-breaking round and how can we manage a post-breaking round with the Tabby Cat with the Tabby Kitten account with as well. So, there are some specific rules as well, and it is basically similar to the other preliminary rounds, but there are some specific distinctions and some specific inflexibility in the post breaking round, as edit the side matchups, allocating adjudicators, and something like that. So, we will be discussing everything in this specific workshop. So, do check out this workshop and share this workshop as soon as possible. So, after the break, what we have to do is just go to the same thing as we just have to clear which adjudicator is available for the room, and secondly we have to clear about which adjudicator is not available and which team is available or not. That's the reason why reserve breaks have been in the same position. If that one team is not eligible to show up in any time, the reserve breaking team will take the place. So yeah, at that specific time for the grand final, you can see it's also a post breaking round. So for the grand final, there is three sections. If all the teams which are debating already, which are available or not, and secondly is about adjudication availability. So obviously I already told to you guys that in the Discord, if you already write question check-in, then obviously that specific check-in will be accepted, and in this specific round you don't have to mark them available eventually after they checked in. You just have to manually mark available if they didn't, okay, and you do want them into adjudication, whatever. So at that specific time you're just clicking one room to be available, and then after that, right now you can see you can generate the draw if you want. You can directly generate the draw if you want. So yeah, after generating the draw, you can directly see that there are some specific problems, that the semi-final results have not been submitted already. So right now I'm just submitting the semi-final results for the recent tournament I already run, and after completing the semi-final results in this, without the finals, if you don't clear the specific results in the quarterfinal, you will not be enough to generating the semi-final, that means the next post breaking round. So directly you don't need to clear all the ballots and every marking for this house, but what you have to clear is who is going to the next round, right? So right now you can directly view the facts. So yeah, for that you can obviously have some specific allocating adjudication issue, but don't have a fear about that. You will directly qualify that eventually very easily. So yeah, so at that time you just have to edit the motion. You already know how to do that in the preliminary round section as well, and all of the things are same, like go to the briefing rooms and like displaying the motion, displaying the matchup to the briefing rooms, and enter results. In the entering results section, what you have to see is, first of all, either they are in the OG, OOCG, CO side, and the question is, how did this happen? Like, how did they eventually think about that? So basically in the side is well, how did this thing happen, that how after the toss, how they got allocated? Just nothing. You just have to think about, like, in the edit side and matchup, and the team who is literally standing at the first is OG, the second is OO, the third is CG, and the fourth is CO. That means to say, basically after editing the matchup, the first team which is actually standing first at the side will be confirmed as OG, the second team which will be confirmed as OO. That means basically the sequence will matter in the edit side, matchup side. So obviously do think about that as well. So all the things are same like the preliminary round. That means the other rounds as well. If you see in the semi-final, I didn't got the ballot and I didn't enter the ballot right now. That's the reason they are not allowing me to add the grand final ballot. So yeah, in the semi-final ballot there were four teams. So yeah, the two team will be advancing in the next round and one team will not. And basically what I have just clear is which two teams are advancing to the new round and which two teams are not. So by doing this, obviously I'm just ensuring this one idea that these two teams will be get allocating in the finals, but that doesn't mean I'm already submitting all the numbers and stuff like that. And that's not eventually important, because basically what matters is eventually at the last time that are you going to the next round or not, because in the post breaking round there are directly knockouts. So that's interesting and eventually very much exciting as well. So in the section with what we have here, so yeah, what we have here right now, I've seen that at that specific time the closing government and the closing opposition might be the winner, but basically there was a split. So yeah, I can also count about that as well. The final result was two team was qualifying from that specific round was opening opposition and and closing government with a 2-1 split. So yeah, I just have to make them qualified for the next round through the grand finale. That means the closing opposition. What's the team name? Let's see. The team name was SUDS 52, who was standing in closing government, and the second team was Abong Abhishek from opening opposition. So whatever. So we don't have to think about that right now. We can directly generate the break, and after generating the break, yeah, I'm just clicking on edit sides and matchup to after the toss, who is going to be OG, who is going to be OO, or something like that. I just have to create this. This kind of sequence will matter. Right now, after I confirm, you just have to confirm this ballot. Obviously you have to confirm this side. After confirming this side, you are saying Quet Chandrik is in the first place, you look so beautiful in the second place, SUDS 52 in the third place, and Abhishek in the fourth place. So after think about this, yeah, see, opening government was Kuwait Chandrik, opening opposition was You Look So Beautiful in White, closing government is SUDS 52. So yeah, that's very much obvious that if you do unconfirm this ballot, then it will not be decided that who is going to be OG, who is going to be OO, and something like that. So obviously now you know how to manage this sort of editing matchup and sides as well, how to allocate sides. So yeah, that's very easy. And after that, you all know how to allocate adjudicators at the very same time, and you all know how to do that at the very same time. So yeah, right now we're thinking about that to our doc. Let's go to our doc. So yeah, in that doc we are saying that we already know how to edit side matchup, we know how to allocate adjudicators, we know how to enter the motion, and we all know already, obviously we know the after how to display the motion, the matchup for the briefing room. So yeah, we do know everything about the post breaking rounds. So yeah, that's great. Right now we do know how to manage all the post breaking rounds in the side. So best of luck future tab team members for learning tab, and also teach tab from your own side as well. Thank you. So if you do face any sort of problems for even after this kind of explanation, so I would like to meet you guys. Here is my email ID, my WhatsApp number, and Facebook ID. You can knock me anytime for any sort of tabby problems. So yeah, best of luck.